Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among the mountains, there lived a young man named Hiro. Hiro was an intelligent and ambitious person, but he often found himself plagued by negative thoughts and self-doubt. He desperately wanted to find a way to control his mind and unleash his full potential. One day, Hiro heard tales of a wise old sage who resided in a hidden monastery deep within the mountains. The sage was said to possess great knowledge and wisdom, capable of unlocking the secrets of the mind. Intrigued, Hiro embarked on a journey to seek guidance from the sage. After a long and arduous trek, Hiro finally arrived at the monastery. The sage, a serene and gentle soul, welcomed him warmly. "Welcome, young traveler. I sense the turmoil in your mind. Tell me, why have you come seeking my counsel?" Hiro poured out his heart, explaining his desire to control his mind and overcome the negative thoughts that held him back. The sage listened attentively, and then smiled kindly. The quest to master the mind is a noble one indeed. But it is not something that can be achieved overnight. It requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to explore the depths of your own consciousness." Eager to begin his journey, Hiro asked the sage how he should go about controlling his mind. The sage replied, "First, you must understand that the mind is like a wild horse. If left untamed, it will run rampant, causing chaos and distress. To control your mind, you must first learn to observe it." Hiro was puzzled. "Observe my mind? But how?" The sage explained. "Sit in stillness and silence, and simply watch your thoughts as they come and go. Do not judge or engage with them, but simply observe. By doing so, you will gain insight into the patterns and habits of your mind." Hiro followed the sage's advice and began his practice of meditation. Every day, he would find a quiet spot in nature and sit in stillness, watching his thoughts with curiosity. At first, his mind was a tumultuous storm of random ideas and worries. But with time and perseverance, he noticed that the storm began to calm. As Hiro delved deeper into his meditation practice, he discovered that his mind was like a vast ocean, capable of both tumultuous waves and tranquil depths. He realized that he had the power to choose which thoughts to engage with, and which ones to let go. Encouraged by his progress, Hiro returned to the sage and asked for further guidance. The sage smiled approvingly. "Now that you have learned to observe your mind, it is time to cultivate a sense of detachment. You must learn to detach yourself from your thoughts and emotions, for they are merely passing phenomena." Hiro was intrigued. "How can I detach myself from my thoughts and emotions?" The sage explained. "Imagine yourself as the sky, and your thoughts and emotions as clouds passing by. Observe them with detachment, knowing that they are temporary and ever-changing. By doing so, you will not be swept away by the storms of your mind." Hiro took the sage's advice to heart and practiced detachment in his daily life. Whenever negative thoughts or emotions arose, he would remind himself that they were like passing clouds, and he was the vast sky that encompassed them. With each passing day, Hiro felt a newfound sense of calm and inner peace. Pleased with Hiro's progress, the sage imparted another important lesson. "Now, young Hiro, you must learn the art of focus. The mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be easily distracted. To control your mind, you must train it to stay focused on the task at hand." Hiro asked. "How can I cultivate focus?" The sage replied. "Start by setting clear goals for yourself. Break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. Then, commit yourself fully to each task, giving it your undivided attention. When distractions arise, gently bring your focus back to the present moment." Hiro followed the sage's advice diligently. He set clear goals for himself, and immersed himself fully in his work. He trained his mind to resist the temptations of distraction and to stay focused on the present moment. As a result, Hiro became more efficient and productive, achieving success in various aspects of his life. As the years passed, Hiro continued to refine his practice of controlling his mind. He became a source of inspiration for others, sharing his wisdom and helping them on their own journeys of self-discovery. One day, a young traveler arrived at the monastery, seeking guidance just as Hiro had years ago. Hiro, now a wise and accomplished individual, greeted the traveler warmly and shared his story. He passed on the teachings of the sage, encouraging the traveler to embark on his own path of controlling the mind. And so, the cycle continued, with each generation passing on the invaluable wisdom of controlling the mind. The village flourished, as its people learned to harness the power of their minds and live with greater clarity and purpose. The story of Hiro teaches us that controlling the mind is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. It requires self-awareness, patience, and perseverance. By observing our thoughts, cultivating detachment, and practicing focus, we can learn to master our minds and unlock our true potential. May Hiro's story inspire us all to embark on our own quests of self-discovery and inner transformation. Years passed, and Hiro continued to delve deeper into the realm of controlling the mind. He discovered that his journey was not just about mastering his own thoughts and emotions but also about understanding the interconnectedness of all beings. Through his practice of meditation and self-reflection, Hiro began to cultivate a deep sense of compassion and empathy. He realized that everyone around him was struggling with their own battles, their own inner storms. He saw that the key to controlling the mind was not just for personal gain, but also for the betterment of humanity as a whole. With this newfound understanding, Hiro embarked on a mission to share his knowledge and help others on their paths towards self-mastery. He established a center for meditation and personal development in his village, inviting people from all walks of life to come and learn the art of controlling the mind. Word of Hiro's center spread far and wide, attracting people from neighboring villages and even distant lands. People sought refuge from the chaos of their minds, longing for the peace and tranquility that Hiro had discovered. The center became a sanctuary, a place where individuals could gather and support one another on their journeys of self-discovery. Hiro dedicated himself to teaching, guiding his students with patience and compassion. He emphasized the importance of self-acceptance and the need to let go of judgment. Hiro understood that controlling the mind was not about suppressing thoughts or emotions, but about embracing them with love and understanding. He encouraged his students to view their minds as gardens. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, removing weeds and nurturing the flowers, they must tend to their thoughts, weeding out negativity and nurturing positive ones. Hiro taught them the power of affirmations and positive self-talk, reminding them that they had the ability to shape their own reality through the thoughts they chose to cultivate. As the center flourished, Hiro's teachings reached far and wide. People began to recognize the transformative power of controlling the mind. They realized that by taking charge of their thoughts, they could create a life filled with joy, abundance, and inner peace. But Hiro knew that the journey of controlling the mind was not without its challenges. He reminded his students that setbacks and obstacles were a natural part of the process. They were opportunities for growth and learning. Hiro encouraged them to view these challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks, trusting that they held valuable lessons to propel them forward.